Boys and girls, we're back. Game week Chaos 34. And let's take a moment to think back on the absolute fucking shit show that Game week 34 turned out to be. And I'm not the only one that got absolutely fucked. I'm telling you, that table is looking dismal. Everybody had blanks coming on. It was chaos all around. So boys, let's dive in. Let's have a look who came out on top, who's doing well, and people like me who had a terrible week. So let's get right down to it. So as per usual, we start at the top. And to win this round and get as many points as he did, this boy came off lucky. And I mean lucky. The only guys, and I'm not even exaggerating, the only fucking guys in his team to score any points were Son and Bale. Now, who the fuck does not have Kane in their team but has Son and Bale? And that, my friends, is Mark. Fucking top of the table purely on those two people in his team. And then he captains Son, doubles that shit, that 12 points into 24. And sure enough, ends up on a massive 57 points. Minus your 4, so makes you 53. But in a week where everybody was scraping the barrel, man, you killed it with two players. Just two. Two differentials, really. One I told you to put in your team last week, and obviously he either A, listened, or B, had him. So, well done, Mark. Top of the table for what was a chaos fucking week. And now that's actually got you right up near the top of the table, which we'll touch on a bit later on. So, well done for the week. Let's see if you can keep this shit together, though, and really put a claim in for the top 2 spots. Now, second place for the week is a guy I haven't spoken about in a while, and that's my boy Sean. 48 points, man, pretty solid. And you didn't bank on one player or two like fucking Mark did, man. You actually had a pretty solid team that performed. You know, you had Sufal, Cancelo, Son, and Watkins all gathering some points, man. That's a pretty good pool for a week that was absolute chaos. So, brilliant work. You captain Kane like most people. That didn't fucking work, obviously. Everybody pretty much captained Kane except for Mark. If you didn't, you were in the win. If you captained Iniacho or anyone else, you pretty much got more points. So, that was a bit of a letdown. But 48 points overall, man. Fucking solid week. And again, got you right back into the race, man. Good week when everybody else around you's having bad weeks. Pulls you right back. Not long now, man. So let's see if we can keep the shit together and keep going until the end. Now let's move on to the shit shows. Now, can we really talk about one Morris brother without talking about the other? Because fuck me. Sean finishing up the top and Andrew finishing on the bottom. Now, this boy, man, I have one player that I can even mention was any good, and that was Iniacho. Captained him, 5 points, got 10. Everybody else, and I mean every player blank this week. Everyone. Bamford, Lacazette, Souček, Saka, Fernandes, Harrison, Cresswell, Mings, Dallas, and Martinez. Ooh, boy. That's gonna hurt. So, bad week for my boy, Andrew. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know if you're going to be able to hang into that 10th spot at the moment. You know, where are you? You're being closed in on by Brett. Mo's coming up on you. Reese is coming up that table, man. You've drifted from Jack. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, my friend. Let's see if you can fix it this week and turn it around and maybe close the gap and get back up there and hold on to that top 10 space. And next up, in second to bottom, I'm going to be doing 3 to bottom because there was 3 people who had a fucking terrible week. But second is my boy Tyler. Top 1 week, bottom the next. What more do you want? Fucking chaos everywhere, I'm telling you. This guy, like most people, had a terrible time. But one player saved him. Chris fucking Wood. That guy, 6 points. You had Iniacho and Chris Wood getting you 6 and 5 points apiece, and the rest were a blank. Absolute fucking blank. So, you know, I don't know how you go from having 1k top of the table killing it week to bottom of the table killing a week. But wait, I do, because I did the exact same fucking thing. But let's see, man. Hopefully your team is like my team and flips it, and when everybody has a good week, we have bad weeks, and everyone has a bad week, we have a good week. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that next week it's back to the top of the table. And as I just mentioned, third to bottom, 28 points, but take your 4 for the deductions, 24 as well, is your boy, me. My God, I got absolutely fucked this week. That Manchester United-Liverpool game getting cancelled absolutely demolished me. You know, I had a stupid goal from Leicester conceded. You know, Leeds conceding. Traore did fucking nothing. Salah didn't even play. Lingard disappeared for the first time ever. Trossard did nothing. Kane, captain, did nothing. Other than Digne and Iniacho getting some points, everything else was absolute shit. And I couldn't even get him off the field. I couldn't even get like a Salah off because no one fucking played. Or Diaz that didn't play off the field. Useless. Absolutely useless. Goes from second to bottom in a week. Whippet's back on top. Now I've got a fucking mountain to climb with only a few weeks left, boys. So, can we do it? Is the race on? Oh, the race is on. I'm telling you, we're going to go right down to the wire. It's going to come to that last game week, lads. So, let's see next week. Hopefully shit goes back to normal. Double game week coming up. So, let's wrap that shit up. So, let's wrap it up pretty quickly here, boys. Game week 34, your winners being Mark on 53 points and then Sean on 48. Closely followed, well, first off, we'll follow up with the player of the round, and it's that boy himself, Gareth Bale. This guy comes in spurts, and when he comes, fucking boy, he definitely comes. 21 points this week, so is everybody going to just jump the bandwagon and bring him back in and he's going to sit there and do fuck all again? Probably. So, we'll see. The losers for the round, like I mentioned, Andrew, 22 points, followed by Tyler and myself, both on 24 points, and the dumbest captain decision was Kane. Pretty smart, but the only guy in like a thumping to not score a goal is their main goal scorer. Of course, that's exactly how it goes. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So let's move on to the table and see where that has left us. Now, there's been a change at the top again, I told you. Whippet 2061 followed by me at 2046, and such a bad week from me has caused the guys below me to actually really close the fucking gap and scare me. Matt on 2007 and Mark on 2001 have come screaming up the table. They were what, 80 points behind? Now they're bloody 40 points behind. One more bad week, they could be right on my ass, alright? So, got to turn it around this week. Big fight in that top 4, it's back on, you know, it's a big chase. Whippet's got a bit of a gap to hold on to, but can he hold it? We'll soon see. Now we move into 5th place and 6th place, and Sean's kind of solidified 5th, 1979, and Blake at 1959. They've kind of locked up 5th and 6th at the moment, and put a bit of a gap between the mid-table guys and the top 6. Now you go to the first guy after mid-table, and there's Cashy at 1892. It's a bit of a gap to close up for Blake. But man, if you can do it, that's going to be one of the biggest moves for the season, man. Late game push. So come on, Jamie, give it a bit of a push, mate. Tyler, 1886, right up there with Jamie. Obviously, this bad week fucked you. So you got stitched up kind of like I did. Jack, 1851, kind of just been hanging in that spot. Hasn't moved any at all. 20 odd points between him and Andrew. Andrew at 1830 with Brett right on his tail at 1828. And then followed closely by Morgan at 1817. But the guy that I've been talking about for a few weeks now has closed up that gap to that mid-table. And there's my boy Reese, 1806. Man, he's brought it to 11 points. He's gonna catch Morgan. He's gonna fucking do it, man. I can see it coming. That's gonna be it. He's gonna be the winner for the fucking season just on that. It's gonna go from bottom to goddamn mid-table and 170 fucking points in deduction, I bet. But he's doing well, man. He's coming back. The other guy that's coming back is my boy Sam, 1785. Right up there with Reese. Keep that shit going, man. You got 4 more weeks to keep this shit rolling. So let's see if you can do it, man. Get into that top to mid-table stuff. Knock out guys like Andrew, Brett, and Morgan who are fucking sitting around doing nothing. Then you move into your bottom 3. They ain't moved. And they probably aren't going to move, but there is a little bit of movement, a little bit of life in there. But Jake, 1749, you know, you've solidified bottom 3, man. I don't even know if you're still here or not with us, but rest in peace to Jake, third bottom. Corey, 1655. Man, fuck, when you play, you have a good week. You had a decent, solid week, man. 1655. If you didn't play, you didn't have the solid week, you would be bottom right now. So you can thank the playing to not being bottom. And Luke at 1642. It's not dead, my man. You're not dead. There's still only a few points in it. 13 odd points. You can do it, my friend. Get there. Play it. Make a risk. Take a chance. Get off that bottom. I want to see Corey down there. Biggest winner for the week. I'm going to give it to Jamie. Going up 1 point. Closing in on the top 6. Could have given it to Whip, obviously taking back the top spot, but then we'd just be alternating every other week. But the biggest loser is definitely myself. The only person in the table other than Jamie to move properly was me. Down 1 spot. So we move on to another week, boys. Are we going to be able to keep this shit together? Am I going to fight back with the top spot? Is the mid-table going to stay as it is, or is someone going to make a dive? And will Reese make it into the mid-table? We'll soon fucking see. And finally, we wrap up the fixtures heading home. And boys, we're up to game week 35. So there's going to be some chaos in here, I'm telling you. Where people are going to be having blanks, there's now not going to be blanks. Where the Man U Liverpool game needs to fit, we don't know. It's probably going to fall in game week 36, where Man U was probably going to have a blank. Don't know. So what's going on? I don't know. Liverpool going to have double game week in 36, probably. Who fucking knows? Until we get announced, we really can't put our finger on it, man. But I'm putting my money that Liverpool Man U will fall in game week 36, which means Liverpool should have West Brom and then Man U in a double. What does that mean? I don't know. Is that good? I don't know. Is it good for Man U? I don't know. So if you've got Man U players or Liverpool players, probably stick with them. Now my picks for game week 35 are as follows. Man U have a double game week coming up, boys. Aston Villa and Leeds. Leicester. It's going to be a big one for that top 4 race. Man U obviously got some shit going on in that Europa League. Are they going to fight for it? Are they going to roll out with a big team? I think they will. And who's been at the heart of everything lately? Paul Pogba. Alright? Points might not say that he's been on fire, but he's been dictating a lot. And I'm going to take the punt that this is the week where the double game week pops up. Paul Pogba probably plays most minutes and he will do some shit. I'm saying it, I'm calling it, boys. So if you want to take a bit of a punt, you're ready for a bit of a gamble, that's the guy I'd gamble on. The other 2 guys that I'd say to bring in are pretty solid options. Digne and Ollie Watkins. Now, Digne, let's start with Ollie Watkins. He's got a double of Man U and Everton this week, alright? Even though they're bad fixtures, he has been banging in fucking goals for fun, alright? For fun. And Man U and Everton, that's a pretty decent, goal chance there. He's going to get in behind, he's going to hit on a counter. I'll put my money that he scores a goal in probably both games, or at least get some points, alright? So it's a good choice right there. And then your boy Digne, West Ham and Aston Villa. Now, granted West Ham are a tough team, but both these teams are fighting for a 5th place position. Everton are not going to allow West Ham to come out real hard, and they've been pretty solid for their defensive side of things. West Ham obviously full on attack, not a lot of defense, but Digne does get a lot of points. So there's my pick for the back line. Digne for the back line, Ollie Watkins for your forward line, and Paul Pogba as a gamble in the midfield. And that's it for the week, boys. We're going to leave it here. Hopefully, we've got everything sorted. We've only got a couple of days until deadline and only a few weeks till the end of the season. So get your teams in. Come back. Finish the season strong. Make some changes. Awards are coming. Let's tee up the last round at the club and sit down and everybody watch it. Because every game's gone off at once. A lot of shit's going to be decided on that day. So let's make a time. Let's book this shit in and let's come down to the club and watch that final game of the season. And until the next video, boys, I will talk to you all soon. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to take back top spot and good luck for the game week 36.